Hey guys, welcome to the usual couple. So I'll be just telling you how different visa types are in US in a little bit of detail, and then in upcoming videos I'll tell you mostly about each visa in detail. So basically very famous type of visas are F1 visa, student visa which is called. Then there are two employment based visas which is H and L. And then there are tourism or medical purposes visas, which is called B1, B2. So F1 visa is basically a student visa. If anyone wishes to continue their studies in US, then they can apply for an F1 visa. There's a huge process of applying, which I'll be also explaining in upcoming videos. What is the detailed process of F1, sorry. But I just wanted to make sure to give a brief introduction about all of these types of visas. So it's called F1, which is student visa. You can apply for bachelor's, master's. If you are out of this country, out of US, and then you want to study in US, then you need an F1 visa to actually enroll in a academic program here in US. So anyone can apply for F1 visa given they have an admission in a university in the US. I did my master's MBA from here, so I came to US for the first time on F1 visa. And then there is an entire application process as well, which I'll explain again in detail later on. The other type of visas are employment-based visas, which is H and L. So there are different type of H and L visas, and which serve different purposes, right? So I'll first cover H1B visa. H1B visa is a lottery system visa, which an employer can apply for any of the individual that are in their organization. There's a lottery that happens every year in March. When your company applies, your application goes into the pool of H1B applicants. Now, the lottery only happens once a year in March. Once you are selected in the lottery, then your application starts. It's not that you get a visa right away. Then you apply for the petition. Then your visa actually starts from October 1st of that same year. So if it gets approved, of course. So, and I'll cover more in detail about H1B visa later on. What is the process, how many applicants are there, everything. But H1B also is like, there are two types of H1B. One which I just explained. There is another H1B which is not coming through lottery. That H1B goes directly without the lottery. And I'll cover that when we'll discuss later on, when we'll discuss detail about H1B visas. Then coming to the second part of employment-based visas, also like before that, H1B, anyone can apply for your H1B if you are suppose working in India in a company and you have a branch in US, and then your company wishes to apply for your H1B, they can put your name in the lottery. It doesn't matter whether you work for that company or not. If you are working in a company in India, and your H1B can still be applied from a B or C company in the US. So it really depends on who is wishing to put your name in the lottery, and you have a job offer from them. Then coming to the L1 visa. L1 visa is two types. One is L1A and the other is L1B. L1A and L1B, there is a huge difference, but the purpose is kind of same. The purpose of L1 visa is you are working in a company in a foreign location, and then you have some specific work that needs you to be present in the US to do the work. Then L1B visa is applied. L1B visa basically means that it's an intra transfer within the company, which means you are coming to the US within the same company. You're not allowed to even join any other company, because the purpose of your visa is an intra transfer, and your company really needs you here to perform some of the duties that cannot be performed outside the US, and that's why L1 visa is applied. L1A and L1B, the main difference is L1A visa is a managerial visa, which is applied for international managers basically, and L1B visa is an individual contributor role visa, which is applied if you are an IC and you don't really manage a team of people. So that's the main difference. Again, I'll cover in detail about L visas when we cover a video about L visas. Now coming to the last part of this video, where I'll cover about B1, B2 visas. Now B1, B2 visas are tourism and medical visas. B1, B2 serves two purposes. One is your business visit, other is your medical or tourism. So B1 is business. If you are, suppose you have a meeting in California or you have a conference in California, you work in a company which is not based out of US, which is like you work in a company in a different country, right? And you wish to attend that conference, then you apply for a B1. Your B1 visa allows you to attend a conference or any meeting or any schedule of events in your company. Then you apply for a B1 visa. B2 visa is medical and tourism. If you wish to come to US for a vacation, family trip, any activity that you want to see, any shows that you want to see, then you apply for a B2 visa. B2 visa is also for medical purposes. Suppose you want to get a treatment for someone and US has good medical facilities, yes, then you also can apply for a B2 visa. So that's the minute difference between B1 B2, though when you apply it says B1 and B2. That's about it for all that's a very brief introduction about all that types of visas. In the further videos I'll cover more about what each visa type entails, and then end-to-end description of how to apply, what is needed, who to ask for. Thank you so much, and in the next video I'll explain more about F1 visa, which is a student visa, how I applied when I came, what is the process, and everything in detail about F1 visa. Thank you. Bye. Please like, share and subscribe.